Marcus Rashford Manchester United story has entered a defining chapter, one marked not by goals or glory, but by a challenge to his mindset. After an inconsistent spell and a high-profile loan to Barcelona, the 27-year-old forward has been told in no uncertain terms, if he is to return to Old Trafford, his attitude must change. This message, coming directly from United manager Rúben Amorim and echoed by club legends, could determine whether Rashford United career is reborn or written off. During his current loan spell at Barcelona, Rashford has shown glimpses of his best form, scoring 5 goals and providing 7 assists in 13 appearances. The technical brilliance remains, his pace, finishing, and creativity still make him one of Europe's most exciting forwards on his day. Yet, for all the flair on display at Camp Nou, questions about his commitment and focus continue to shadow him back home in Manchester. Reports suggest that Manchester United and Barcelona have an agreement in place allowing Rashford's move to become permanent for around £28 million. However, United have inserted a condition: the final decision will depend not only on his form but also on whether he proves that he has matured mentally and professionally. For a club determined to rebuild a culture of accountability, this stance is no surprise. Rúben Amorim, known for his no-nonsense approach, has made his expectations clear. If he changes, we are more than welcome, the Portuguese manager said. But in this moment we have to set some standards. We are waiting for Rashford, if he wants it really bad. Those words cut deep. They don't just question Rashford's ability, they challenge his attitude, his hunger, and his willingness to fight for the badge he grew up wearing. Former captain Bryan Robson added his voice to the debate, saying Rashford has to change his attitude if he wants a successful return to Manchester United. The message from club icons is consistent: no player, regardless of reputation or past heroics, is bigger than the standards being set under Amorim. Rashford's response will show whether he truly wants to be part of the new Manchester United project. The wider context makes the situation even more crucial. Manchester United are undergoing a transformation under Sir Jim Ratcliffe-Ineos-led ownership. Discipline, work rate, and tactical obedience are now non-negotiables. Amorim has already shown his ruthlessness by benching or offloading players who do not fit the new mentality. If Rashford cannot align with those values, his chances of reclaiming a starting role are slim. At Barcelona, the environment has provided Rashford with a different kind of pressure, one focused more on tactical intelligence and teamwork than star status. Playing alongside young stars like Lamine Yamal and established wingers like Rafinha has tested his adaptability. In some games, he has thrived; in others, he has struggled to impose himself, but this mixed experience could serve as the perfect test of his maturity. For Rashford, the message is clear: talent alone is no longer enough. His early years at United were defined by passion and self-belief. Fans adored the local boy who burst onto the scene with unstoppable energy. Yet, over the past few seasons, inconsistency, off-field distractions, and visible frustration have clouded that once bright spark. Amorim's challenge could be exactly what Rashford needs: a line in the sand demanding accountability. If he can respond positively, Rashford still has the potential to become one of the cornerstones of Manchester United's future. At his best, he is a match winner, capable of turning games in a flash. Amorim's tactical system, built on fluid pressing and explosive transitions, would suit Rashford perfectly, provided he commits fully to the team's discipline and structure. However, failure to adapt could lead to a permanent exit. Barcelona interest remains tentative, and other European clubs are monitoring the situation. A permanent move away from Old Trafford might offer a fresh start, but it would also represent a significant fall from grace for one of United's homegrown heroes. The ball, quite literally and metaphorically, is in Rashford's court. For Manchester United, this situation sends a message to the entire squad. No one is untouchable. Amorim reign has brought a culture where performance, professionalism, and attitude come before reputation. It is a tough but necessary shift for a club that has struggled with complacency in recent years. Rashford's response will be a litmus test for how far this new standard can go. In the end, Rashford's story at Manchester United may not be over, but its next chapter depends entirely on him. He has the talent, the experience, and the platform. What he must now rediscover is the hunger and humility that once made him unstoppable. Amorim has thrown down the gauntlet. Rashford must decide whether to rise to it or walk away from the club that made him a star.